Hi y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is very exciting and I'm gonna tell you why. So a couple days ago maybe I was on TikTok and I saw this girl post a video about how she needed more video ideas for content, whether it was TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And she basically just asked ChatGPT. So that's what I did. And I got this huge like laundry list of different things to talk about, different ideas to film and all of that kind of stuff. So it kind of pushed me to start like a little segment on YouTube, like a thing within the channel that I already do right now, or with all like things I make now, but like another segment of the channel, you know? And it's gonna be like a little talking segment. So it's gonna be called Let's Talk, and then each like episode that I do would have like a different topic. So that's what we're gonna be starting with today. The first episode is Let's Talk, Faith and Influence. This is episode 1 of Let's Talk. So, as I said before, we are talking about faith and influence. And the whole point of this like series that we're going to be doing is basically just a little talking between, me and everyone that's watching. Just kind of putting out my point of view on different things. I'm more than welcome and open to receiving your feedback on the different topics that I am talking about as well. But today we're going to be talking about faith and influence, how these two tie hand in hand. So far in this content journey that I've been working on, a really big part of it is my faith and where I stand in my faith, how important that it is for me to show the importance of my faith to other people through my platform as a content creator. It is something that I have realized that is very influential, whether your content is faith or not faith based. I would say and label myself as a Christian content creator, but I don't only make Christian content, if that makes sense. So influencing in the field of being a Christian content creator, yes, but then also influencing in the field of like life hacks or like makeup tutorials, like get ready with me. It's like anything that may not necessarily have to do with specifically being a Christian content creator. I saw a video about this girl who basically was expounding on the fact that just because you're a Christian and a content creator doesn't necessarily mean that you're a Christian content creator, which I agree with for sure, because some people really can use their Christian platform as something that really does help and affect people, and then there's others who are Christians who make content, but that's not like the main focus of the content that they do create, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that sometimes their niche may not necessarily be the Christian platform, and that's 100% okay. I do think that if it is chosen to display like your faith, then it's usually put out there in an influential way. So you're wanting to influence your faith, or me influencing my faith through whatever platform I am posting to. So my faith, I believe, does have a very heavy influence when it comes down to the content that I do produce, just because of how big of a portion of my life that my faith is involved in, which is basically my entire life, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm super glad to be able to produce, Christian content and be an influencer in that realm, as well as also, making makeup videos or making like funny videos or whatever that may be that's not necessarily Christian centered or Christ centered. I think that it's important to honestly be able to do both, like to be able to show that spiritual side of myself through my more Christian content versus like a get ready with me or something like that, or a day in my life. But even in those, my faith is still influenced in that, because a day in my life wouldn't be a real day in my life if I didn't do a devotional, or a get ready with me wouldn't be real if I wasn't listening to like worship music while I was getting ready, or whatever the case may be. So I feel like in a sense there are a lot of instances where those two tie together, and then there are also instances where that's not the case. So if you agree, with what I'm saying, feel free to comment down below just like what your point of view may be or what your perspective may be on the fields of being a Christian influencer or the fields of faith and influence, and whether you think they're together or not. I do believe that they can live both together and apart. So yeah, that's like my little 2 cents on it. These are both two very big portions like of my life, being my faith and being in my faith and being an influencer. So I do believe that they can live hand in hand and they can work really well together. And then I feel like there's some times where one may reign over the other, whatever the case may be. I feel like it is very important to just make it known that your faith is something that's important to you, whether that is in all of your content or if it's in just like very few pieces of who you are when you do post. So that's kind of like my little take on it. And that is basically episode 1 of Let's Talk. So I do plan on doing these weekly, and each point will be different. And if you have any suggestions for things that you'd like me to shed my opinion on, feel free to comment those down below as well. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for being here, and those who are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate and love y'all so much. If you are new here, welcome to the channel and feel free to subscribe. Definitely like the video, leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from, tell me who you are, and let's be friends as we go through this series together. So bye guys.